rap song. It's Red Pill Rage. It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money.
Why is it that when women sleep around more, they get better in bed, but when men sleep around more, they get worse? And I only know this because men only question a woman's history if she's doing something really well. But women question a man's history when he's ignoring all of her needs, rushing through it, and acting like he's seen too many videos. Why?
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out, which are typically in the morning Eastern time. Next, I will not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if it feels like I'm talking about you, you need to check yourself, because I'm only talking about bad girls that do bad things to good men. If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. All right, guys, today I'm going to be talking about how to spot the promiscuous narcissist woman. All right, today we're going to be talking about a promiscuous woman who is also a narcissist, but she may not be what you think it is. We're going to be coming from a psychological point of view. What do I mean by coming from a psychological point of view? Okay, most of you guys identify promiscuous women by what they look like on a physical level. And this is where a lot of you guys are actually coming up short. A promiscuous woman and a woman who dresses provocative is different. That's what you have to understand. Every girl that dresses provocative is not a promiscuous woman. Matter of fact, you have to learn to look at it differently. What do I mean look at it differently? A woman who dresses provocative is a woman who is seeking attention, which means that she's lacking insecurity somewhere else. So just because she dressed provocative, that just means she's competing with other girls for attention, and she wants the attention on her so she feels good. I keep telling you, your value as a man is in the attention that you give her, not necessarily the money, not necessarily the comments. It's the attention that's more valuable to her than it is money. The moment men take their attention off of women, when women come around, then women start to humble themselves because they start to feel less valuable. But the more there's guys in her DM, the more guys that are coming at her, the more prettier she feels. And if she has to dress provocative to get it, she's going to get it. Now, when you're dealing with a promiscuous woman, you can only spot her from a psychological level. And I always tell guys, you can start off with, if there's a father in your house, there's no father there, trust me, you want to start looking in that. Because when women get promiscuous, they're doing it to feel good because they're not getting the attention that they want. I'm going to say it again. When women are promiscuous, they're doing it to feel good. I'm talking about a physical form. Her actually sleeping with multiple guys is her chasing the thrill that she wants because she's not getting it on a visual level. What do I mean? That means not enough guys are actually coming for her, telling her that she's pretty. So she's giving it away so she could instantly get to the power. If she could give it away and give it to him fast, and then he likes it and ejaculates, then that's where her power is at whenever she does not have enough guys trying to get with her. If you stop and look at all the girls in high school and bad girls when you were coming up, all the girls that used to sleep around with all the guys and got trains ran on them, they never dressed like whores. They were simply the little cute girl who barely wore makeup, loved to crack jokes and loved to hang around the guys, loved to smoke weed and drink, but they were never diva'd out. All the diva girls walk around like they God Almighty, so they don't give it up unless the guy got money. Understand that right now. A lot of these girls only look like that to get attention, but the girl that's actually like that will always look normal. She'll look like a normal little girl. And when she's looking at normal and she's looking submissive, that's what draws a lot of you guys in, is her submissiveness. Her submissiveness lets any man grab her up. Hey, come over. Or grab her up like, come on in the room with me. Or come in and do this. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know that insecure girl that looks standard. She never wears makeup. She may straighten her hair out, but that type of promiscuous woman is what I'm going to be talking about, because you have to learn to read them from a psychological level. Once you learn to read it from a psychological level, then you'll understand why a lot of these girls that are stretched out are the common girl that you just avoid. First, when it comes to the promiscuous woman, she's always playing victim. All right? That's one thing you got to understand. When women are always playing victim, that's going to be a promiscuous, narcissist woman. And the reason why she plays victim is because she doesn't want to have any accountability to her life. The worst thing that a woman can do is take accountability. That ruins her entire fantasy, and it forces her to think for real. So when a woman is playing victim, that lets you know she's going to always be trying to take the easy route out. What's the easy route? Using her sexuality to gain power over men. You got to realize, women fought for independence. They fought to vote. They fought for equal rights. But instead, all we got is a whole bunch of women that started wearing less clothes. Why did they start wearing less clothes? It's because they did not want to think. Women don't want to go to college. They don't want to study 15 hours of the day, wake up and do it all over again. They got sick of that, and they found the easy route. The easy route is to take advantage of weak men. Every woman's going to do it, to the point where she doesn't even feel bad doing it, because she starts to look at men as pigs. But understand, she will always place herself as a victim to compensate for why she's doing what she's doing, because the victim role is the easiest role for her. So when you come across these victimized women, get away from them. And a lot of these rappers out here, they get caught up real fast by having these girls around them, sleeping with them. Next thing you know, they got charges because they didn't pay attention to her at the beginning. Next, they mistreat other people. All right? One thing that you got to understand, hurt people want to hurt people. When people get confused and people get aggravated, the first thing they do is look for the weakest thing to lash out on. It happens everywhere. It happens in every country. It happens with every race of people. This is why you hear like, oh man, this guy randomly walks up to this woman and does this, or this woman randomly did this, or this guy randomly did that. When you start seeing random attacks and random things that people are doing, it's because at that moment, they hit a state of confusion in their life. They became very insecure. They didn't know the answer to what to do, so they lash out on the weakest thing next to them. You'll see people do this with dogs. They will abuse dogs. They'll abuse little kids. They will abuse anything that they feel like it's not going to hit them back. So when you're coming across these type of women, understand, she's not afraid to be very physical with you. She's not afraid to hit you. She's not afraid to scream at you. She's not afraid to destroy you, because they're walking around in confusion and they don't know what to do next. And they're using sex to cover up the pain that's going on with their life. Understand, if a person is not raised with balance, they're going to always reach a state of confusion because they don't know how to think and get ahead. But when they go to get angry, whoever's standing around that's appearing the weakest, you will get the blunt of it. She will dog you out the worst. Remember, the good guy gets treated the worst by doing the less. She'll find a way to treat you bad even when you didn't do anything, because she knows deep down in your heart, you're a super duper nice guy. So start watching how she treats other people whenever she gets confused. Next, they intimidate to get their way. What do I mean by intimidate to get their way? They get louder. They become more vulgar. That's what you're seeing with women. Women like to get louder and louder and louder over a man just so they can overpower him with her voice. So when you start seeing women like this, oh my God, these are probably the worst promiscuous type women, because they're very bipolar. You'll see these type of girls give it up real easy, but then those will be the same type of girls that'll be fighting their best friend in 30 minutes or even fighting with you. They the type that'll sleep with you and then tell you that you got a small pee-pee, or sleep with you and make it feel like they about to go sleep with somebody else. So you have to mainly understand that they always want their way. And if they don't get their way, then they would intimidate themselves and to get in their way and doing the things that they want to do. But understand, when they come across a guy that's going to stand up for himself and possibly the type of guy that if she get out of line, that he may have to grip her up, she's going to fall for that type of dude. And the reason why she's going to fall for that type of dude and she's going to love that type of man is because she doesn't have a father in her life and she's never been taught discipline. That's what most of the girls are really, really, really thirsting for in today's society that's growing up with single parents, is they're searching for a father figure that's not emotional, that can stay emotionally strong to make her stronger. That's why I said, like, if there's no father in a woman's life, she don't know where she's getting her strength from, because she's going to surround herself with women. Women are going to always be very feminine around each other, and she's going to stay in a feminine mindset, but she's really seeking leadership. And a lot of these guys out here are so soft as drugstore cotton that they've taken on the spirit of a single mom. Everybody's being raised by a single mom, that the world is in a feminine energy space, which means everyone is walking around confused and is really on edge and can snap out at any given reason. So whenever she starts becoming intimidating and she starts acting bipolar, then that's a true sign that that is going to be a promiscuous woman. And this is a sign you need to avoid. The biggest problem that guys have with women like this, and I'm going to be honest, is that they bring excitement to your life. They give you a life. They're always talking. There's always drama. There's always mood swings. Well, understand, she falls for the guy that can outdo her at that. Next, she may love bomb you. What do I mean love bomb you? That'll be the girl, as soon as they get in a relationship, right? She's deep in love at first. Deep in love. She wants everybody to know that y'all are in a relationship. She wants to walk around holding hands all the time. That's the one you got to watch out for, because that's going to be the one that would be quickly to go to the next guy. When women love bomb you, it's going to be promiscuous women that's doing it because they feel worthless. Understand that. So when they're love bombing you, that's a true sign that you have to watch out for her in the long run. Matter of fact, think about a girl that did love bomb you, that you thought the relationship was going to last because she pulled you in to puppy love. You know, here's my boyfriend. Y'all walking around holding hands. She taking pictures online. She's telling all her friends. And then within a week or two or even the next month, now she's draining your soul with a whole bunch of drama. So understand, if she comes into the relationship and you think that you guys are pretty much soulmates, I can almost guarantee you're going to suffer in the end. Next, they call insults constructive criticism. All right, this is one you got to watch out for, guys. An insult is an insult. And this is what you guys do. You guys give an insult and then you try to give a compliment in the same sentence. And the reason why a lot of you do that is because you have female energy. And that's what women do. See, women like to throw insults in there because it makes them feel good about themselves, because someone is doing something better than them, or someone is doing something that they want to do that they are afraid to do. So women like to throw insult to shame because she's unable to do the things that she's insulting. So when she's giving you an insult and she's telling you that it's constructive criticism, that's narcissism. But you got to understand, that's also a feminine trait of a hatred woman. A lot of you guys, right, you have your mom spirit, and your mom is like that. Your mom is a narcissist. Your mom would give you an insult and a criticism at the same time, which is why a lot of black women, not all women, but a lot of black women and this new age Spanish women, all right, I ain't gonna clip y'all out. You guys have a lot of narcissism with your children, and you're doing the same thing with your kids. You clown your kids. You try to be, you and your kids are best friends, and you want to try to act like you and your kids, and next thing you know, you're giving constructive criticism to your child. You're telling your child he's not good enough. You're telling your daughter he's not good enough. You're cracking jokes on your son because you think you and your kids are friends. A lot of parents are doing this. So whenever a woman is criticizing you, but she's trying to make it sound like she's just trying to get you to do better, nah, bro. That's a narcissist, and trust me, she's a promiscuous woman at the end of the day. A promiscuous woman, right? In conclusion, a promiscuous woman is only sleeping around with a lot of guys to cover up the pain that she has inside, because it releases a lot of dopamine throughout her body. But whenever she's not having sex, she's gonna be one of the most confused women in the world, and she's gonna always be looking to play victim, looking for a reason to hurt somebody else. This is why you see a lot of rappers, actors, celebrities, they meet these thought bots that look good as goddess, they fall for them, they sleep with them, but then after the sex is over with, that's when all the drama begins. Look at the Drake situation. This man had to put hot sauce inside of a condom because he's scared of what a woman's gonna do, all right? Hopefully you guys are able to get the message. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hey, I'm about to catch up on the second channel, bro. It's just that the way this energy is out here and all the remodeling I got going on, you know what I mean? Stick with me though. Hasta la vista.